Hello students, in the last class we had found the magnetic field due to a current carrying circular coil at its center. We will again use Biot-Savart law to find the magnetic field at a point on its axis. Say this is a circular coil and in the earlier class we had found the magnetic field at its center. This is the axis. Axis is the imaginary line passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane of the circle. So now we will find the magnetic field at a point on its axis. This doesn't mean that the magnetic field is only at the center or on the axis. The magnetic field is actually all around, in all the region around the current carrying circular coil. But here we are just finding at its center, and in this case today we are finding at a point on its axis. So let us consider a circular coil. Here I am drawing the circular coil in this manner. We are looking at the coil from the side. So looking from here, the coil appears to be oval, and let this be the axis of the coil. The radius is again r as we had taken earlier, and let O be the center. The current is flowing in the clockwise direction. Let us consider a point P on its axis. This point P is, say, at a distance x from the center of the coil. X is a variable. X can be from the center to any distance. And let us consider here a current element AB of length dl. The distance between the current element and the observation point P, let us draw the position vector and let this be A. The position vector, let it be A, and the angle between the position vector and the axis, let us take it as phi. We want to find the magnetic field at P due to the current element AB. Let us apply Biot-Savart law. Then dB would be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta upon distance square. Distance square means the square of the position vector between the observation point and the current element. Here the position vector we have taken as A, so the distance is A square here. Now let us first see sine theta here. Theta, when we were talking about the magnetic field at the center, theta we got it as 90. Here again, let us see this circular coil, okay, and the axis is here. The position vector is taken in this manner. If you imagine a 3D setup and talk about a current element here, the angle between the current element and the position vector will still be 90 degrees, because now we are talking about this angle, the current element and the position vector. So we are talking about this angle here in this plane. This angle is still 90 degrees. So here theta is 90, and we can write it here as mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon A square. The direction of the magnetic field here, we want to draw this vector at P. The direction according to Biot-Savart law, I told you, is the cross product of dl and the position vector. This means at all times dB at point P is perpendicular to dl as well as A. dl is here, but here the position vector is available, and dB we can draw just a perpendicular to the position vector A and represent dB. Here we can resolve dB into two components. Here one component and the other. This component, here this angle is phi, this will be 90 minus phi, and therefore this angle will become phi. So this means this component will be dB cos phi and this component will be dB sin phi. We can at the same time consider another current element CD diametrically opposite to AB. The magnitude of dB due to this current element CD will be same, but the direction at point P will be now in this direction because the position vector will be this. Position vector will be here A. So since the vector dB is perpendicular to A at all times, it will be here. We can resolve this also. This is the magnetic field due to the current element CD. We can resolve dB into two components again. A component here and another again here. Let this angle also be phi because AB and CD are diametrically opposite and therefore these angles will be equal. So this angle being phi, again this is 90, this angle will be phi and the component will become dB cos phi and here dB sin phi. These two components, they are equal and opposite, so they will cancel. So when we divide the circular wire into current elements for all diametrically opposite components, for all diametrically opposite current elements, for each pair the components dB cos phi will get cancelled and the contribution, this dB we have actually divided into two parts, dB cos phi and dB sin phi. Each time for each pair of current elements the components dB cos phi they will cancel out and the contribution to dB will only be due to dB sin phi. So the magnetic field due to the circular wire will be integral of all such dB sin phi. Let us substitute the value of dB sin phi here. We get here mu naught I dl 4 pi a square and sin phi integral. Here mu naught 4 pi I, these are constants. We can take them out. Mu naught upon 4 pi I a square sin phi and integral of dl. Just like before, dl will be the circumference of the circular coil. So we can write here mu naught upon 4 pi I upon a square and 2 pi r. At the same time, let us find what is sin phi. In this triangle, sin phi would be perpendicular r upon hypotenuse, so it would be r upon a. Let us cancel here. We get 2 and the terms become now b equals to mu naught upon 2 a cube and here I r into r square. A cube we can find from here. A is the hypotenuse. So from the triangle we can write A as x square plus a square. See here, a is equal to under root of x square plus r square. Substituting, b will be equal to mu naught I r square 2 x square plus r square raised to power 3. This is the magnitude of the magnetic field due to a current carrying circular coil at a point on the axis of the coil. Here, say we substitute x equal to 0. X equal to 0 means we have taken the point O, the center. If we substitute x equal to 0, b will be equal to mu naught I r square 2 r cube. Cancelling, we get mu naught I upon 2r. We have already found this expression directly by using Biot-Savart law. So, the magnitude in general is at any axial point of the circular current carrying wire, B is given by this expression. And the direction of B, it will be given, it will always be in a plane perpendicular to the position vector. So, this is another application of Biot-Savart law. Till next class, thank you, goodbye.